welcome to the One Piece review of the chapter 1058. There's a lot to discuss in this chapter, and I'm going to start off with the cover page. But before we get started, don't forget to subscribe to the channel if you like either Pokemon or One Piece, and leave a like to the video. The cover page, which was Caesar Clown poisoning Katakuri. So actually I was wrong in the last chapter where I said that Caesar Clown was probably helping Katakuri to be on the good side of Big Mom, but actually he was helping Germa to escape together with them, and in the meantime poisoning Katakuri. We do have to keep in mind that Caesar Clown does have a very good devil fruit that a lot of people actually do not have any resistance to, like Luffy did, because of Magellan and his immunity system thanks to his devil fruit. So that makes Luffy like the perfect counter for Caesar Clown, apart from Magellan, of course. But after that we get to the ship where Nami put Luffy in a birdcage. So Luffy right now has become the Birdcage Emperor. So it was fun to see the interactions with the whole crew this time. It's been like ages since we've seen the whole crew together. On the ship we also saw that the world government put it in the newspapers that the bounties were revealed for the whole crew, and also that they have a grand fleet under their command of 5,400 or 5,600 men. So the world government does know about that. Then we go to the bounty reveals, where poor Chopper has another pathetic bounty again, and then we have then we go on to all the bounty reveals, and we get Nami, Brook, Frankie, and let me think, Usopp, who defeated Tobiropos. They all defeated Tobiropos, and they all got a bounty increase of 300 million. So they kind of made it easy there and increased them all with 300 million and made it fair for everyone. So that was a regular increase for everyone. Then we go to Usopp, who actually right now has a 500 million bounty. That was already teased back in Dressrosa. Remember when Usopp was being hunted down as a 500 million men got Usopp because he scared like the little girl, I don't remember her name, the one that was controlling like basically the whole town. Candy, something like that, don't remember. But anyway, then we go on to Robin, who had a very interesting bounty increase. Actually, she had, apart from Luffy, she had the highest bounty increase of 800 million. Right now she's at 930 million. That just goes to show how much the world government considers her a threat, as to how important she actually is to the story, how important she is to finding out about the Void Century, the One Piece and everything. So the world government really does not want any word out. So that is very interesting to see how important she's becoming. Then we go to the big three of Sanji, Zoro, and Jinbei. Right now Sanji is demoted to the fourth strongest of the crew, and that is something he has a hard time swallowing with his pride, because previously he was, I don't know if you remember, he had a 330 million bounty, while Zoro actually had a 320 million bounty, where he was actually teasing Zoro. So now Zoro is teasing him back and saying, why should I, the second guy of the crew, listen to the fourth guy of the crew, and stuff like that. So that's very, that was of course very funny to see. So Sanji right now has a 1,032,000,000 bounty. Then we get Jinbei with a 1,100,000,000 bounty. His bounty last time was 438 million, and I think the most important thing to know about his bounty is that actually his power did not increase that much. Yes, he did do a lot of good stuff, like putting out the fires and stuff like that. He also defeated the Tobiropo, but his bounty did not only increase by 300 million compared to the other guys, but we also have to take into account that Jinbei was a warlord before that. So as a warlord, your bounty gets it gets stopped. You're not hunted anymore, and your bounty gets frozen. So not only did he get the 300 million increase like the other guys, but he also got the increase of his previous status as Shishibukai until a crew member of the Straw Hat Pirates. So that was about it for the bounty reveals of the Straw Hat Pirates. But then we also got the bounty reveals of the Cross Guild Alliance. And that was actually very interesting to see, because we got to know that Buggy is actually being used as a figurehead right now by Crocodile and Mihawk. And also that Buggy actually accidentally became an emperor because of his employees, who loved him so much that they just had to put his photo on the poster bigger than both Mihawk and Crocodile. While actually the company is Crocodile's idea, which we kind of already would have guessed with his Baroque Works company before that. So right now he made the marine hunting company, the Cross Guild Alliance. So that also got us to know that Mihawk also has a previous name where he was known as the Marine Hunter. So probably, well, not probably, he was hunting marines before that, before he became a Shishibukai and everything. So that is very interesting to know, because right now that means that Mihawk was a marine hunter while Zoro is actually a pirate hunter. So that's like a nice parallel to see between the two of them. And then for the bounty reveals of the three of them, you get Buggy with a 3,189,000,000 bounty. So his bounty is actually higher than Luffy. And also right now, he is the second highest in bounties of the emperors. Well, I cannot actually say he's the second highest, because the last time we saw Blackbeard's bounty was like way back in, I don't even remember, it was like before Dressrosa, I think, where he was like 2,400,000,000 or something, or I don't really remember his bounty. But there has been a lot of stuff that happened in the meantime. I mean, he fought with the revolutionaries. He did all kinds of stuff in Dressrosa and everything. So of course his bounty is going to be increased again. So his bounty will probably be higher than Buggy the Clown right now. Let's not make any illusions about that. He is still higher than Buggy the Clown right now. We just did not get to see it yet. So Buggy is actually the third. So that makes Luffy the lowest in bounty. And that is also a very important point. Buggy has a lower bounty than Mihawk has. Mihawk has a bounty of 3,590,000,000 as the strongest swordsman. That is very befitting of someone who is called the strongest swordsman, and where it is also revealed that he has greater skill sets with his sword than Shanks has. So I'm sorry, Shanks fanboys, I'm a fanboy myself from Shanks, but I did always say that Mihawk was the stronger swordsman. So yeah, basically what it means is that you do not have to be an emperor to get the highest bounties in the One Piece verse. So that also means that Dragon probably does have the highest bounty in the whole verse, because he is known as the most wanted man in the world there. So I do think that his bounty is higher than who has the highest bounty, who had the highest bounty when that was revealed. Kaido, I guess, with his 4,600,000,000, something like that. So his bounty will probably be around the 5 billion mark, which is very interesting to know. Maybe he's even higher than Goldie Roger, because he is planning to like overthrow the world government. Well, that was not really the goal of Goldie Roger. So yeah, I think it's kind of like the same case as with Robin with Dragon's case, where he is actually a direct threat to the world government, while Robin is also a direct threat to the world government. Goldie Roger and Luffy and stuff like that are not a direct threat to the world government. They are a threat as in they undermine their authority and stuff like that. And yeah, people start to become their fans and stuff like that. Then Blackbeard, just a very dangerous guy and stuff like that. But they are not a direct threat to the world government itself, while the revolutionaries and Robin are. So that's very interesting to know now. And at the end of this chapter, we actually do see the revolutionaries and Dragon, where Dragon actually is talking about Sabo, where he actually doesn't know for real if Sabo did murder King Cobra. Forgot his name for a moment there, where he actually doesn't know for sure if he did not kill King Cobra, but he is still believing in Sabo, of course. And then at the end we get the massive cliffhanger with Sabo calling Koala as the Flame Emperor. And also very important to note is that the Marines actually have tapping devices on the revolutionaries as well now. I mean, we already knew that they had ears like everywhere with both tapping devices and Zifferpol and stuff like that, but we actually didn't know that they had tapping devices in the revolutionary army bases. So that is very important to see, and also makes me wonder if there is a spy amongst the revolutionaries. So that will be interesting to know and discover in the future, and I'm also very excited to see the next chapter, even though there is a break next week, so we will see it in 2 weeks, and I'm hoping that we get to see more about the Sabo stuff, because it's kind of very important at this point. So yeah, a lot of stuff in this chapter. My final score would be a 4.5 on 4.5 out of 5. Why not a 5? I am a person that likes to keep the highest scores for like the top of the top, you know, like the very exciting chapters with lots of stuff and things like that. We had a few chapters like that in the past year. Around New Year, there were a bunch of good chapters where I was like, oh my god, this is a 5 out of 5 chapter, and another one, and another one. So yeah, this is a 4 out of 5, a 4.5 out of 5, just because of that. It's a top-notch chapter, just not in that elite chapter class. So yeah, that's my review for this chapter, and yeah, I'll see you in the next chapter.